it's too much of something to do because I think it has become part of my life, but I also have other ways to live out my life. I think I remember during the pandemic situation when the CDC at some point gave 5 days to doctors to quarantine if they got tested positive for the virus. I mean, that's mind boggling. Every other person gets 14 days quarantine except doctors. Of course, I know that there will be short staffed and there won't be many doctors at the hospital, but it's so crazy to think about this. I mean, and I guess that was why, the pandemic opened up a new, should I say, Pandora box? I don't know. I think the pandemic opened up another conversation, which is, are doctors really being valued? Yes or no? I don't know. So many people, so many doctors felt like they were not being valued, and I think that's why they're leaving one by one. You see, apart from the pay that is decreasing, apart from the fact that they're overworked, but the most important thing is if you don't feel valued in some place, how long will you be able to tolerate that? Healthcare basically is a system, so it's like the system put in place that even if one person leaves, another person will be replaced. So, but these are, so many topics that came up during the discussion of whether people are willing to quit medicine or not. And this is something that comes up to me too. Like, do I really want to do medicine? Although I am very sure that medicine is very stressful. So that is why when I leave the hospital or while I was in medical school, I don't try to do anything medicine apart from maybe if there's a research or something that is related to the hospital, but in my alone time I don't pick up anything medicine. I even don't like to watch all those famous TV shows that are medical TV shows. I didn't even get to watch all of that because I cannot go stress myself at the hospital and stress from that thinking about all hospital. I cannot make my life revolve around medicine, and that's why I pick up hobbies that are different from medicine. I think for me it's a way for me to distress and take a break from all those medicine things, then go back in full energy. And I think every doctor must have some type of outlet, and you live, breathe medicine and everything. I guess at some point it will be too overwhelming for you to undo. You got to learn when to take a break, because at the end of the day you're not a superhuman. You're a human being just like every other person that has blood running through their artery and the veins. So if something happens to you, what will you do then? So you got to take care of yourself, and this is for all doctors to take care of themselves, and doctors that decided to continue in spite of all these difficulties, kudos to us, kudos to them. And even if at some point they decide to quit, it's understandable, it's stressful, and medicine is not for everybody. So many people have expectations, but when you come to see the reality, sometimes you take away from that excitement. These are just my thoughts, and which brings me back to the initial question: will I quit medicine? This is not even a question. I don't think. I'm still thinking. Maybe when I have the thing with me is that I don't like doing something in my life where it's a different thing if I'm trying to set a goal for something. That's different, and this is what I want to achieve in that goal. But maybe let's say now, maybe I don't want to quit medicine. The next 10 years from there, I don't know what can happen, and I may decide to quit. So it's just in between. Will I say? Does that work? In between, one foot in, one foot out. But I'm all in medicine like right now, but I do have hobbies, and that's why even my YouTube, even though so many people have advised me to make it about medicine, I didn't want to go down that route. The medicine I'm doing somewhere else is already enough. I don't want to complicate anything here, and that's why I do other things here on this YouTube channel. Few times, sometimes, I talk about medicine, especially the ones that relate to mental health, because it also goes together with the positivity that I talk about all the time. So that is understandable. But apart from say going through all those stress at the hospital, I shouldn't bring it back to my relaxing mode, because that would be too much and too overwhelming for me to handle. No matter how much you love something, sometimes you gotta let some things go. You love it too much that you have to let it go. You love it, you do it, but you can't let it take over or take total control of your life. And that is when people see me, many people are impressed in the sense that, like, I don't make my life all about medicine. In fact, I think I don't even, when I try to go out, I don't even really tell someone that, oh, my identity is a doctor. In terms of identity, to say maybe it's because of identity that makes me want to stay in it. I don't really care about identity like that. I mean, being a doctor, anybody can get a degree, be a doctor. People can continue to study hard. There are thousands and thousands of doctors graduating every day, so it's not a big deal. Alright, move on. So I don't even like my identity outside. I don't want somebody to reference me as a doctor when we're having a regular conversation. I just want to chill, be myself, and that's it. Throw that doctor phrase out the door, and then maybe if they get to know that I'm a doctor at the point, well, that's cool, but that shouldn't be the initial thought of, I don't care about the identity, but I love the job. I love the fact that, and that's why I went into this route. I've loved this since I was 6 years old, I believe. So this is something that I'll do for a very long time. I believe I'm gonna be a doctor, and I'm also gonna have other hobbies. It's hard for me to just feel like I want to give up medicine. Yeah. To feel like you're chopping my skin off of my own body, and I'm living and I'm alive seeing it. I don't know. But it's too much of something to do. As to the answer to a question, everything is reasonable, but there's no an exact answer to this question. If I'll ever quit medicine, maybe not, but it wouldn't be because of some sort of pressure or anything. I guess maybe it would be because, okay, I'm old, or maybe now I want to focus on family. I don't know, because there's some specialties that don't even really make you have your own family, and maybe if you want that, I don't like to say that I have to choose between my profession and family. I hope and I pray that I'll be able to have that balance though. So, because we humans, we all have different wants and needs, and when that needs arises, whatever decision we make, that is it. So this is not a video to judge whoever I've left, that they should kudos them. I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, do you know how much it is for somebody to set aside the ego and everything and just be objective and be like, you know what, this is what I want and I'm going for it. So I'm sure it's a very, very tough decision on the people that has left. And for us that are still in it, may God continue to give us the strength, the power, and to go through this in a positive light and continue to soar in it and succeed in it and get better. I hope to get better and better and better and be a good doctor. Alright, this video is getting too long. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. See you on my next video. Bye.